Hi guys, good evening. So for the longest time now, I've been actually craving to have some really good chole bhature at home. Now, the thing is that on my way to work, I don't see a lot of restaurants that actually do this, and so I don't really get a chance to have it outside. So I thought, let me order in. So I ordered from Om Sweets. They're a well-known franchise. At least I believe in the Delhi NCR area for sure. I'm not too sure if they're outside as well. So these are actually priced at just about 110 rupees. They don't give any discounts online, or if you have them in their store, there's no difference in price. So you actually pay full price for them, but they do get delivered, which is good. I actually tossed in a few more things from there to meet the minimum order. But this is how they came to me. Now they came with some napkins and the pickle I've already opened underneath. I'll show it to you. They came with these 2 spoons as well. This is what it looks like. Now let's try and open this up. Get a good look at it. So this is what it actually looks like. The bhaturas, I see a little bit of oil is spilled. This actually came sealed. I opened the plastic because these things it's hard to get off. So 2 bhaturas, fairly nice. I'm happy that they sent onions and they sent this little pouch of this pickle. It's like the one you get in the train if you travel. So the bhaturas, obviously, they are not as warm or hot as they would be when you eat in the restaurant itself. They have obviously lost a bit of that heat, which is to be expected. So can't blame the restaurant in that. But the thing is, what I like about these bhaturas is that they are not too oily. Normally, bhaturas are so oily, you are left with doing this, and just removing the excess oil. That's not to say about the chanas. I'm only talking about the bhaturas. They are not too oily. I'm pretty sure when these came out of the frying pan, they must have been nice. They're nice sized bhaturas, not too small, not too big. What I'm actually interested in is if you see these chanas, I see a lot of, oh, look at that. That is just a thick layer of oil that's actually formed on the side. I'm not too happy with that. Although, if you look closely, there's a good quantity. I wouldn't say the chanas are low in quantity. Although, when I eat at the restaurant itself, I know that they serve unlimited servings of chanas. That's obviously not going to happen here. Let's get this kadi patta out. I'm not a fan of that. But other than that, it looks pretty nice. The chanas look nice. They're nice and thick. They're not too watery or thin like you eat in some places. They've put a piece of potato in the middle, some adrak and ginger, I believe. So they look really thick but very, very oily. Now, obviously, this is not a health conscious meal by any standards. This is meant to be unhealthy and tasty, which it is. So, without any further ado, let's get started. The bhaturas are nice and soft actually. You can break them with one hand fairly easily. And I'm getting a feeling that this is going to taste exactly how I'm expecting it to, but let's try it anyway. So the bhaturas taste like bhaturas taste. Really not much to comment, but they're nice and soft and fluffy, like I told you. The chanas are not spicy. So if you have kids at home, these are quite mildly spiced. You can serve it to them without any hassles. They are fresh. And I would have wanted to heat this up once, but I just feel once you reheat bhaturas, slightly room temperature bhaturas are still better than reheated bhaturas because they start breaking apart. So that way, this is fine. Chanas I could have heated up, but anyway, the good part is that the chana is very flavorful. I can taste a lot of masalas, with the chanas, and like I said, they're not spicy at all, and they're very thick. So that's giving me a nice feeling. Sometimes I've been to places where they serve you absolutely shitty chanas which are full of gravy and water, and they're very thin. That's not a very good experience. You want your chanas to be very thick. Let's take one last bite and then let's talk. I'm not going to be eating this pickle. I've had this so many times when traveling in the train Shatabdis. See, this happens. It becomes a little chewy when it's a little old, the bhatura. But anyway, let's get one more. Yeah, it's very oily, and they could have reduced the oil on this. I don't know why they didn't, because I don't think it altered the taste much. But let's take a bite and. I'm getting a very solid taste of ghee in the chanas, which is nice because maybe this stuff floating on top was ghee for all we know. In which case, this meal seems far more value for money than although $110, it's fine. I like the chanas. I like the bhaturas. I don't know if I was to dine in, maybe I would have gone to a place a little more authentic. But I think for consist at home, one doesn't want to take those experiments. So for consistent, good to eat food, I think these chains, Haldiram's, Home Sweets, etc. are good. So in terms of FT scores, we're going to go with about 7.5 on 10. But it's very, it's exactly what you expect it to be and nothing you don't. So I think that in itself, as from a comfort food standpoint, that's great. That it's consistently good. So 7.5 on 10 is a pretty good score. I mean, yeah, it could have been a lot better, but it could have been much worse as well. So we're happy with the way this has turned out, and I'll see you all in the next video.